Welcome, everybody, to the Bears Talk show where we kind of talk about the Bears most of the time. And honestly, after yesterday's game, it's kind of hard to be a fan. It's always something every week, especially that one kind of hurts a lot more than it should. We had the lead, we lost the lead, and it wasn't like we lost it like we were losing by a touchdown the entire game. We were winning by 4 touchdowns. Well, by 3 touchdowns, really. And to lose it like that, the way we did, I have no idea what else to say about that. It's just dumb play calling all around. I don't understand why we decided to run it with Herbert on a 4th and 1. I don't understand that part. Maybe there's something that they saw that they thought they could make it. And the worst part is I don't understand how we called a timeout prior to that. We probably had a better chance of getting it the first time around than we did once we called the timeout. And then we came back out on the field and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to run it this time. Like, why? Why do it at that point? The other team was already relaxed. They had already taken a little break, and they already catch their breath. Like they were ready to stop us no matter what. We should have just gone with the field goal, and then after that, that would have been it. Because even if we would have lost it, it would have been okay. But the way we lost yesterday just kind of felt more heartbreaking because we tried and then we lost, but also kind of just gave it to the Broncos. And maybe it's like a big brain move, like maybe we knew we were going to lose. Maybe we're trying to lose completely, just to completely tank. I don't know. But the Bears are 0-4, and I don't know how to feel about it anymore. Don't know how I feel about this organization, but hey, it's the Bears. I'm still going to be a Bears fan. Still going to have their jerseys. I'm not going to be like most people that once their team loses, they go out in the back and burn their jerseys. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I still am proud of the Bears, even if we're horrible. I mean, I was here last year, and I'm still going to be here next year. I'm still going to be here for the rest of the year. What do I think that we should do from here on out? It's hard to say just because Justin Fields did have a good game yesterday, but the entire week I was saying Justin Fields is going to have a game. I knew this from the beginning. Why? The Broncos defense is just horrible. Once I see Justin Fields put the numbers up that we had today, or that we had yesterday, against a really prominent defense, like even if we lose, like if we get completely obliterated, but we somehow still were able to put the same numbers on a really good defense. Like let's say we faced off with the Cowboys, and I don't even know who we have actually. I should have probably thought about that. But let me take a quick look before. But other than that, I really feel like we just need a good game where, like yesterday was a good one. It's awesome. We had it, but we lost it, and it just pretty sure broke everyone's hearts yesterday watching that game. Just because we thought we had it, like who are we even gonna face that we could even take on? It's just impossible for the Bears to get a win here. I mean, maybe if we score a lot of points against the Browns, I want to say maybe that's a pretty decent defense. Or the Saints. Well, yeah, the Saints. The Chargers defense is gonna give up a lot. Like I feel like that game's gonna be also like insane because the Chargers defense just gives up so many points. Their offense is just explosive. So maybe I'll see us against the Saints and the Panthers, and really against the Lions, because the Lions just have a. Okay, so I'm guessing the offense is going to get tested. So I'm not giving up on them. I mean, I'm not going to give up on them regardless. Yeah, because they are the Bears, and I believe in my Bears, even if it's just to a 1 or 2 wins throughout the entire season. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll beat Green Bay at the end of the year. Give someone something to look forward to for the next year, because honestly, this year I don't see us doing much. Like we've been getting completely obliterated. I mean, except for that game, but it's it's okay. We're gonna be okay. Um, who do I think should be the problem? Or who? I mean, I don't think. Who do I think is the problem? What is the problem on the Bears team? And the Bears, I've been saying this at the beginning. Once after that Packers game, we just completely just lost track of who we were. Like I feel like it just demoralized the entire team, and they could not come back from that. I'm pretty sure they're all still thinking about that. And yesterday's game against the Broncos, yeah, sure, we would have won and we would have ruined our tank or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if we're tanking or if we're tanking or not. I don't know. But just the fact that we had it and it was at home, just to win this game and completely lose all the rest, it wouldn't have mattered. But hey, it is what it is, right? But back to the question of who do I think is the problem, and honestly, I feel like it's just all the coaches. I mean, I'm not. And don't get me wrong, Justin Fields did have two big issues in that game. Well, one that I'm really gonna only actually count against him, which was that interception. And people say that it was when he was trying to pass the ball, it was a miscommunication between him and I think it was Cole Kmet that he was passing the ball. It was a miscommunication. All right, and then the one that I'm really not gonna count him against it is that fumble. He probably should have taken the sack, but you know, he wanted to make a play. I'm pretty sure it was starting to creep up in the back of his mind that, hey, these guys are catching up. I need to make a play in order for us to keep the game going. And I only say this because I'm not a football player. I'm not a professional out there. I don't know what's going on through their head, like at that very moment. Like we all could say and we could all bash them, but at the same time, the way that edge just ran in there, like and caught him. Like I don't know what happened to Justin Fields because I'm pretty sure he was freaking out. Okay, imagine just like doing your play action pass and you're barely turning around and you see like this guy right in front of you. What do? I don't know. You hope to pass the ball because you also don't want to get sacked. But he threw the ball, counted as a fumble. They scooped it up, scored a touchdown. Now it was on Justin Fields that he could not do it. And then we made it all the way down to the field. And like I said at the beginning, that 4th and 1, critical. They made that play with Khalil Herbert, who was doing phenomenal yesterday. But when you want to do something like that, the defense knows that they're going to rush it in. And to give it to Khalil, like if they would have gone with Cole Kmet like how they did earlier in the game, probably would have been better. But you should have gave it to Justin Fields. I actually would have even wanted a pass. I actually thought they might have gone with a pass because Justin Fields was playing really well. I mean, second half not so well, but still, give him the ball, put it in his hands, see what he does. I mean, if you guys are honestly thinking that he's like we're gonna lose no matter what, let's do this play. Like, let's do something cool. Let's do something flashy. Not run it down the middle with Khalil Herbert, who just got stuffed, and that was it. So, partially, I want to blame Justin Fields for that last pick, but at the same time, I'm a little like, eh. He did have 4 TDs. I'll give him that. He was, like I said, great, over 300 yards. But again, horrible defense on the Broncos side. I mean, look at Russell Wilson. He scored three TDs on us, but our defense is complete like booty cheeks. Like we could not do anything. But like I said, it's the head coaches, our whole entire like I don't know what we're gonna do from that. Like we gotta give. And this is the thing. I don't want to sound like every other Bears, like podcaster or anybody that talks out there. It's just fire all them coaches, get rid of them. But I mean, when you can't do anything right, like that 4th and 1, why'd you do that? And I hear that, oh well, Justin Fields should have changed the play. And I'm like, I keep hearing this, but none of us know what's going on there. You know, it's very complicated to say. It's like, I'm not gonna. What have they been telling him? Like, oh no, you run our place. Like, you do things how we do it, and that's just horrible. Like, imagine you trying to change a play and like your head coach is like, yeah, don't do that again. And I'm pretty sure that's not happening, but who knows? Because he did say that one time. He's like, well, I kind of want to just go out there and play, and like they're kind of making me do, like making me robotic, and that's understandable to a point, but I blame. This one's gonna go on the coaches. That's just on me. I'm blaming the coaches. Will they come back next week? I mean, or should I say Thursday when they face against Commanders? They better hope that they have a great game that day, because a lot of their jobs are on the line on Thursday. Like if the Bears only scored 10 points, I can guarantee you Friday they're all out of there. I wouldn't be surprised if they clean the entire coaching staff right then and there as they're walking out of the I forget what stadium the name of it is for the Commanders play. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Like, hey, you're all fired. You better find your own way home. Because that would make us start 0-5, and honestly, at that point, I mean, even right now, 0-4, sitting at 0-4 is just horrible. Like, we're not making it to the playoffs unless we miraculously go on a 13-win game streak, like just completely annihilate everybody. And that means we would have to beat the Detroit Lions twice, who are just a phenomenal team. And I know they're in the division with the Bears, and I like the Lions, but the Bears, I just don't see them beating them twice. I see them maybe beating the Vikings once, but not twice. So right then and there, that just brings us at least 7 losses, just in those, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose other ones. But what do my predictions for Thursday? Like I said, the Bears need to pick it up. They're in a horrible point right now where Thursday could be maybe our possible win, but the way the Commanders are playing, they almost beat Philly, so that's just gonna be insane too. I really hope it's a really good game. I hope they don't blow us out. I mean, I see Sam Howell just scoring at least 2 to 3 TDs on us just because our defense. Um, Unless we kind of get some kind of rush him a couple times, but our rush is just not. It's horrible. So, and I mean, his O line is pretty horrible too. So it's just as bad as us. So I expect a pretty good game on that one. We'll see how it goes. But I do have the Commanders up on the Bears by at least a touchdown, if not by 10 points. A touchdown and a field goal. And I'm pretty sure Justin Fields is going to throw up at least over 200 this game. Probably a TD. But who is it going to be at to? I don't know. That I really don't know. I can't guess that. But Sam Howell's going to have a great game. Justin Fields is going to have a great game too. Because I'm pretty sure the Commanders' defense kind of. They have good games and they have bad games. And that becomes a problem. Like, they had the lead with that against Philly, but then they started giving up yards. But again, Philly is just a stacked up offense, so that's completely. But then they get destroyed against the Bills. But who knows, right? It's football. Any given day, one can win. But just so you guys know, also, the Bears' life. I didn't choose the Bears' life. The Bears' life chose me. I became a Bears fan because I was born over here in Chicago, and honestly, I didn't know who else to pick. Like, all teams that I root for are in Chicago, and it sucks because all of them aren't that good. The actual only ones I remember winning anything are the Cubs in 2016 and the Blackhawks when they pretty much had a dynasty. But everybody else, I have no idea. Like, Bulls, I know Jordan played. That's about it. Was I around that time? No. For the White Sox, same thing. I was like, I don't know anything about them. I didn't do much with the White Sox. I know who they are. And like they played baseball and they won the World Series in 2005. But I never. I was I was very young at the time, and I did not care much about baseball. And when Chicago Fire, did they won anything? Who knows about them really? The Bears, well, they haven't won since '85, so I'm not expecting them. I'm expecting them to win something soon, but who knows? But then again, guys, thank you guys all for listening to me. Rant a little bit about the Bears. I could rant on them all day, all night, but I also don't want to beat beat a dead horse because I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard this already before. Bears suck, and honestly, I could talk smack about the Bears because they're my team, and it's like a tough love for me, like to give them that. Like, hey, pick it up, man. We're fans. Want to see something. I don't want to keep seeing a loss after loss after loss, especially after you've been saying that all these, like, they've been making all these gameplay moves and yeah, all this and that, blah 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 blah. We got a wide receiver one for Justin Fields. Justin Fields is out there. Our team is great, yada blah blah blah. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to see it on the field. And I hope every single Bears fan gets to experience that this season. Like, let's just show it to us on the field. Like, honestly, I'll just be completely honest. If we win against that Packers, like even if it's the last game on the last game of the season, and we beat the Packers, and it's our only win, I'll be happy. And I'm pretty sure all Bears fans will be happy. It'll be even sweeter if, like, it's the win that they need to make it to the playoffs. That'll just make every Bears fan just be happy and be like, all right, we're happy. You kept your promise, which would suck. But thank you guys again. I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, bear down.